First and foremost, we want to give our praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua,
Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash, double honors to the apostles and nails that great millstone. Salutation, peace, and love to the elect around the four corners of the earth, man. You know, and hey, basically, we just gonna go with an open forum, man. Whatever the Spirit lead us, that's how we gonna go, man. You know, but through the Spirit, man. You know, the Spirit is war out here, man. You know, you got the Spirit of a lot of our people waking up now, man. Coming to their heritage, man. You know, no matter what Esau doing to stop it, man. You know, these churches losing members, man. These people losing. The people really ain't got no faith in the churches no more, man. You know, something else over here, bro. We got something.
Romans 13:11. And that knowing the time, and now is high time to awake out of sleep.
Right, man. So it's high time for our people to wake out of sleep, man. And who is the people of the Lord, man? So-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Nobody else, man. Our people the one need salvation, man. Our people the one that sleep, man. You know, we steady hoping in this system, man. You see what the system doing now, man. You see what Trump doing, man, for you so-called black women, man. You see how the so-called white man really feel about y'all, man. He really finna show our people who he is, man. Why? Because he see his kingdom crumbling, man. So now it's high time for our people to wake out of sleep, man. That's right. If you look that word sleep up in the Greek, it goes into hypnosis, man. I'm probably saying the Greek word wrong, but it's basically like a hypnotic mind frame, man.
Yeah, in a trance.
Man.
Our people in a spiritual trance, and because you don't know whom your power is, man.
That's right.
But you trust in Esau's system, and you look at him as your God. You look at him for your protector, for your as your provider. You go to him in one of all things, but it's not according to the scriptures. You go down to Egypt for help, which is contrary to the scriptures. The scriptures tell you don't go down to Egypt for help.
Right.
Yeah, I got a link one, bro. Hey, this is First Thessalonians 5:6. It states, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Right, man. Which we know only the elect is gonna wake up out of that sleep, man. Because you had the elect, man. We was asleep, man. You know, it was all on a certain time where you have about you and how shot to start waking us up, man, one by one in the order he wanted to do it, man.
That spiritual alarm clock.
Yeah.
And in the Greek, that sleep goes into indifferent to one's salvation.
Man. No, it's high time, man, for our people to wake out of sleep, man. You know, it's time to get on going. Somebody get on Ecclesiastes 12, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
Well, this last verse, verse 7. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
Those dead bodies lying in the streets, man. Like I mentioned, Revelation was 11:8. You know.
Yeah, remember that topic we went to a while back, going into a rise from the dust. You know. Hey, because that dust can put you in a daze or trance like a position.
Right.
Keeps you confused.
Yeah, that was just confusion.
Keep you at basic, keeping you at the bottom, man.
That's right.
You know. Yeah, you had something?
Yeah, I had something. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 4. It says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end.
Right, man. So when Daniel was seeing these different visions, man, the angel Gabriel was telling him, look, the book gonna be shut up and seal the book, man. You know, you ain't understand everything that he was seeing, man. You know, because Daniel saw the whole end time, man. He got sick, man. When he saw the destruction of our people, man, he got sick, man. Yep. You know, and then he was praying as a hopeful elect, man, because he prayed. He didn't separate himself from it, man. He was like, Lord, just have mercy on it. Basically, he was making a repentance prayer for the nation, man. You know, go ahead.
Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
And that's what happened, man. He said, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Go ahead.
Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood other two, the one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank of the river.
Salah, did you read the quote where it say, and in the end, you should understand? It's probably the first up. No, it's right there where you at.
Yeah.
It say seal up time to the end.
Oh yeah, kind of the same. Yeah, it says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Right, man. So in this end time, Salaki, you read Salaki. In the end time, knowledge been increased, man. And now you got the elect men out here basically feeding our people, man, with the knowledge of salvation, man. You know, because the pastors weren't doing it, man. You done had pastors set up since the time of slavery, man. And they was teaching you that basically that plantation Christianity, man, to keep you under the so-called white man, man. To keep our people at the bottom, man. You know, it's supposed to.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down a few verses.
Okay.
Daniel 12 and 8 through 10. And I heard, but I understood not. Then said I.
See, Daniel said he heard, but he understood not, man. So he just was writing. He didn't understand what he was writing in, man. Go ahead.
Then said I, O my Lord, what shall be the end of these things?
Come.
And he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end.
And now we in the end, man. And now the true word of whom the world knows is God and Jesus is being revealed to our people, man. You know, this is a part of prophecy, man, because if it would have been revealed back then, we wouldn't have these Bibles, man. The so-called white man would have eliminated these Bibles, man. You know? Go ahead, bro. That's it on it?
No, one more verse.
Go ahead.
It says, Many shall be purified and
Many shall be purified, man. They say everybody gonna be purified, man.
That's right.
Many gonna be purified, and that's going into the many of the that innumerable multitude, man. So you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Go ahead.
and made white and tried.
And tried, man. So you're gonna be purified, you're gonna be made white. But how are you gonna be made white, man? You got to be tried, man.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
But the wicked shall do wickedly.
But the wicked gonna continue to do wickedly, man. So the so-called white man, he is the wicked, man. But you got 2/3 of our people who gonna continue to do wickedly, man. You know, go ahead.
And none of the wicked shall understand.
And none of the wicked gonna understand, man. And that's what we understand that, man. Go ahead.
But the wise shall understand.
But the wise should understand. That's it.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Yeah, come on.
This is Ecclesiastes with Sirach, chapter 3, start at verse 18. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Most High.
Right, man. So the greater you grow in this knowledge, man, that's the more humbler you gotta be, man. You know, the longer you in this truth, you should be getting more humbler and humbler, man. Not proud and you know, prideful, man. You know, the greater the Most High increase your knowledge, your humbleness is supposed to meet that, man. You know. So if you started off in the truth a year ago, or however long ago, man, from the time you've been in it to now, your track record should show you getting humbler and humbler, man, as your knowledge grow, man.
Hey, real quick, bro. Jump right to it. Ecclesiasticus. Hold on, where you at?
Chapter 3, verse 18. Give me read 19.
Hey, you know,
Go bring it out.
No, I already got it. Go ahead. I had the same thing.
What's it like the favorite part, bro? The favorite?
Well, hey, read that. I'm gonna start over the Sirach chapter 3, verse 18. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Most High.
That's leading up to Jacob's trouble, man. We want to be able to find favor of the Most High, man. We want to be saved out of our trouble. You know?
Many are in high place. Many are in high place and of renown.
Right. See, many are in high places, man. You got all these people. You got all these so-called leaders of our people, man. They in high places, man. You got these fake ass preachers, man. You got all these entertainers. You know, you got a lot of our people in high places, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, they shake hands with the president.
Come.
How many people come out and treat us well, man? How many news stations call us? How many radio stations call us? How many invites do we get to the White House? Nobody cares nothing about the Israelites, man.
Right, come.
But mysteries are revealed unto the meek.
But the Lord revealed his mysteries unto the meek, man.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
For the power of the Most High is great,
Come.
and he is honored of the lowly.
And the Most High is honored of the lowly, man. That's how he show his power, man. He deal with me in that lower state, man. You know, go back to the Romans 12, where it say, you had somebody, the brother said something, where it's, come to seeing the man with in a lower state. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Yeah, Isaiah.
Hey, I got a quick one. Yeah. Hey, Josh, this is 1 Corinthians 1:28. And, oh, you know what? I started from 27. But the Most High has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Right, man. So it's like it said, the Most High have chose the foolish things of this world to confound the wise, man. Who consider the foolish, man? Our people, man. Everybody look down up, but somebody can hold James chapter 2, Lord will.
2 and 2.
Yeah, come start at the top. Go here, bro.
Right, and the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Right, man. So that's who the Most High choose, man. He gonna choose a man at the bottom and reveal his secrets to confound all these proud ass people who at the top acting like they know something, man. You know?
Cause the Most High do that just to magnify his power, because it's not gonna be really popular if he magnify his power to somebody already high in status. That's why he started with somebody real low, just to magnify him.
But yeah, and you see that with this, with the finals for the NCAA tournament, with this Cinderella team from Chicago. You know, hey, but this is the point, verse 28. And base things of the world and things which are despised have the Most High chosen. Yea, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are.
Right, man. So your church, this ain't how the church is putting it, man.
That's right.
It's all about what you got, man, and what level you on in these churches, man. Yep. They not telling you who the most. They lying to you, basically, man.
Yep.
You know.
I got a quick one to back you up. Luke chapter 10, verse 21. In that hour, Yahweh rejoiced in spirit and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight.
You got it, bro.
You know, hey, so that's what happened. The Lord's not dealing with people that are highly esteemed in society, man. Right? The Lord loves the underdog. He put us in this this low predicament just to make us the tail and make another people the head, just to change the circumstances, just to flip the tables and create a great graphic drama scene, man.
He's extremely dramatic.
He's
man.
extremely dramatic, man. And it's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful movie, man.
Yeah, because you don't want to see where you know what I'm saying, the most strong always win throughout the movie, man. You want to see that underdog that came out of nowhere, man.
Hey, why do people continue to pay pay-per-view to see Floyd Mayweather? People are literally paying to see him lose. They're not paying to see him win anymore. They're over those 50-plus wins, man. 50 wins. They're paying to see him lose.
That's right.
You know? And I had I got that James for you.
Romans 12, 15. Yeah, go ahead with that in James.
All right. James chapter 2, verse 1. My brethren, have not the faith of our Lord Yahweh Shai, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons.
Right, man. So it said don't have this faith with the respect of persons, man. But that's what the churches do, man. The member that's paying the most tithes, they had them sitting in the front, man.
They get the most passes.
Right, they get the most passes. They can meet the pastor and everything, man. But you'll have a sincere church member, he probably can't do all that, man. And they sit him in the back and treat him like he ain't nothing, man.
That's what the scriptures say. A guilt destroys the heart. Man.
And it truly does.
It does.
It truly does. And then with the passes, they get passes from wickedness.
Right.
From wicked acts that they committed, they get passes from it. Slaps on the wrist, or talks, so to speak, or nothing happens at all, man. Just because, like the brother was saying, they have those fat pockets, and by them having fat pockets, they make the preacher have fat pockets.
Going back to the scripture the brother started off with, man, it is high time for our people to wake out of sleep, man. You can see, hey, if you look at reality and listen to these pastors, man, you know it's bullshit, man. Yeah. Stop letting them hypnotize you, man. With that, just because he pick up this book and our people got a zeal for this book, man. Listen, let him. He's supposed to prove to you what he's saying, man. Out of this book, man. If he can't prove it, man, that's how you know he ain't right, man.
And just to back the brother up, that's why the scripture states that that sleep is going into indifferent. When you look up that term indifferent, it means they don't even care. You know, because like the brother say, man, we out there on the highways and byways, we letting you know that, hey, this is the way to go. But hey, you're so caught up in this lifestyle of America, going to church through this black culture, man. Our society just fucked up, man.
That's right. All right, James chapter 2, verse 1. Well, verse 2. For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring and goodly apparel, and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place.
And that's what America teach you, man. And that's the actions of these churches, man. That's what they do, man. You know, if you come out dressed up properly, they gonna treat you good, man. You just wear what you got, man. They looking at you like what you doing, man. You in the right place. That's the attitude they'll have, man. You know, go ahead.
And even up in today's society where people are head of a high status, they get the tax breaks, and then they get in every place free. You know,
Yeah.
they give them free drinks, they give them free food,
Right,
and
right.
then the poor man come in, he overtax them.
Exactly.
He overprices, overprices the items, overprices the drinks.
Right.
He takes all of his tax money, you know.
It's crazy.
Got one for you real quick. Ecclesiastes 13:22. When a rich man is fallen, he have many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him.
And yet men justify him, man. Except a pastor's accepting homosexuals in their church. Pastor being found for committing sexual acts and saying God's gonna fight for me, man. The whole congregation held Eddie Long up. The Bishop Eddie Long, they held him by that rod that he was using on them boys. They just held it up. Don't go down, Eddie.
Yeah, or just like Jay-Z said one time, he said, I never prayed to God, I prayed to God-E. And then I had told my cousin, well, he didn't mean it like that. But no, this is what that nigga mean, but you justifying it, you saying he didn't mean it.
He was holding him up.
He was holding them up. And yet men justify him, the poor man slipped, and yet they rebuke him too.
They rebuke him sharply, man. Let something happen on your job. The whole workplace finna whisper and chat about you, man. Let you get fired, you know?
He spake wisely and could have no place. When a rich man speaketh, every man hold his tongue.
In admiration. Jaw dropping. They just sit there looking in his mouth like what's coming next. And then we speak, or you speak, you know what I'm saying, as a man in the world. Nobody wants to hear it.
Yeah, because they trying to get to that rich man's state. So everything he says, it has to be some truth, right?
Exactly. Look at it.
Look at him. And look what he said. They extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fella is this?
Who the hell is
And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
Boy, oh boy.
If he make one mistake, they like, I knew this nigga wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying?
So they gonna help to overthrow
Right.
him.
Yeah, they gonna help it.
I got a quick one to go with.
All right,
this.
bro. All right.
This Ecclesiastes chapter 9, starting at verse 14. There was a little city and few men within it. And there came a great king against it and besieged it and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered that same poor man. Then I said, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard.
And you can equate that to the truth right now, man. Hey, we're through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Al-Shad, we're trying to direct you to the avenue of salvation. But because we don't have the big house, the big cars, the suit and the ties, and all these flamboyant substances, hey, y'all don't even listen to what we say. It don't even come into your conscience to even think that, hey, to even consider it, man. You niggas are asleep, man.
That's right. That's right.
That was a beautiful reset.
Finish that in James.
All right, James 2:2. For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring and goodly apparel, and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, stand out there, or sit here under my footstool.
Right, man. Just handling them, man. Go ahead.
Are ye not then partial in yourselves?
Right, man, because see, this is what our people were doing at the time when the Lord came, man. Because they had made, you had those Pharisees, they had made a pact with the Romans, man. And it was basically, the Romans had made the pact, look, as long as y'all can keep y'all people basically keep them in order and in line, man, we ain't gonna come try to overthrow your city or nothing. He was like, y'all handle your own affairs. Govern yourself by your own laws, as long as there ain't no uprisings or nothing. You know, do your thing. You had Herod in there. which he was doing his thing too. But the Romans was over him, man. But that was the lead that the leaders of our people had, just like it's set up today, man. Got all these church pastors and these different entertainers. They set up with the modern day Romans, the so-called white man. Like, look, that's what they tell them pastors. We're gonna keep your 501c3 rolling. We're gonna be tax exempt as long as you keep these niggas from knowing the truth. And just keep them keep them from rising up against the system, man. Basically, you know.
That's why it's written though hand join in hand, the wicked should not go unpunished. It says, are ye not then partial in yourselves?
See, are you not then partial in yourselves? Because even with another instance to prove that they was doing it, that our people was doing it at the time of Yahushua, when John got locked up, and he sent the disciples to ask Yahushua, well, he was the one. He told them, like, look, tell them the blind receive sight. He basically tell them going through the miracles. Then the last thing he said, tell them the gospel is now preached unto the poor, man. Because it was a money thing with them, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
And are become judges of evil thoughts?
Come.
Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith?
That's who the Most High chose, man. He chose the poor of this world, man. But rich in faith, go ahead.
And heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to them that love him.
Come, go ahead.
But ye have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you?
Right, man. Do not rich men oppress you, man. But all our people want to get up to it. As soon as our people get to this level, now you acting just like your oppressor, man. You ain't doing nothing to help your people. You ain't doing nothing to help the same place you came from, man. You got up out of it, and now you just like, fuck it, man. You know? Go over it, bro.
Yeah, all right,
come. We're gonna get your piece of it. Go ahead, bro.
And draw you before the judgment seats.
Right. You know, ain't the rich the ones, like you say, oppressing you, taking you to court, man? But our people get that same mind frame once they get some money and some riches, man. Now you treating the same people you were down, that you was at the lower level with, now you treating them like they ain't shit, like your slave master taught you, man. You know, and that's it mainly do that in them churches and these entertainers and actors, man. You know, y'all, the leaders of our people do that. Go ahead, bro.
This is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are an abomination to the Most High.
Right, man. So if you try to justify the wicked, man, the so-called white man, other wicked of our people, it's like, man, they all right, man, it ain't all that. But you an abomination, man. Then you try to condemn the just, man, you know, for speaking on it and revealing it, man. Both of those are abomination to the Most High, man. You know, that's what we out here to do, man. Make this path straight again, man. Because our people basically done lost. They don't even know what's right from wrong no more, man. The way this system done trained us, man. That was it, bro. Yeah.
All right. Proverbs 22 and 22. Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate.
Come on, keep going, bro.
For the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoil them.
Right, man. And that's what we waiting on, man. The Lord finna plead the cause of his people, man, because his people, the poor, man, we at the bottom. Why you think we known as the minority, man? This the message your church is supposed to be teaching you, man. This the message your pastor is supposed to be giving you, man, giving you that hope, man, that salvation is for you. And the Lord is finna come deliver his people, man. And he gonna pay all these people back, man, for what they did to us, man. You know? That's it. You can close out, bro. Hey, right. And with that, man, you know, Lord William brother was edified, man. But first and foremost, all praises go to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua.
which that's the true name of the Heavenly Father and his Son, man.
That's right.
Ba'Hashem, Rekah Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, salutation, peace, and love to the elect around the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.